Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here. Welcome to the afternoon show. We got an hour ago before we shut her down today, and then I have an hour of after hours trading to talk to you about. We're going to see what's going on with the markets here. Welcome one, welcome all to the Stock Markets with Bruce channel. It's Uncle Bruce. Nice to have you back. What's going on with GameStop? Why is GameStop under pressure here at 169? I hate that. I'm really puzzled by why would GameStop be down today when we have, I think, really great news. I don't know. I just you just wonder sometimes. Maybe some folks are just expecting fireworks and they're impatient. Maybe they're bailing out early. I don't know. It could be. It's okay. I mean, you're allowed to buy and sell stock. Whatever. 168.96 right now, down $9. It's just been like a slide, like a kid's slide. Just be meandering lower and lower. Volume is 7.5 million. Nothing to get excited about. Low of the day, 167.10. Right now, 169.18. So it's $2 up from the low, but hardly exciting, is it? Very frustrating. Dips. We got dips. I guess that's what we got right now. We got dips. Thank you for popping in and seeing me. Hey, I got a new member here, Cage. How you doing, Cage? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the membership of the channel. Nice to have you here. We hope you're enjoying it and use those emojis and we'll keep an eye open for alerts and everything else. I'm glad you can pop in with us. It's fantastic. I got a question. If there are any YouTubers out there watching me tonight, watching me this afternoon, if there's anybody from YouTube, if you do live shows, like I do, and this is a long shot. I mean, what are the odds that I have a YouTuber watching that's a member of this channel that can comment? I mean, what are the odds? Otherwise, send me an email. If you're watching me and you can answer this question, send me an email, and the links are down below on my channel. Anyway, the question is, I have a viewer who is a member of this channel, but they can't make a comment appear on my screen. They make a comment and they see their comment appear on the channel, but I don't see the comment on my channel. It's like I've blocked them. How do I unblock somebody, or where do I go to figure out if I have unblocked somebody to get them unblocked? How does that work? I'm a bit confused. Maybe my age is showing. I don't know. My inexperience. I don't know. Anybody knows? Please let me know. We'll see what's going on. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. Hey, Cage, it's Cage. Cage is here. Welcome, Cage. Like I say, Cage, you're in, buddy, and it's great to have you as part of the show. 176 thumbs ups already from 975 people watching already. That's pretty darn good. Thank you everybody for popping those thumbs up button. If you get a chance, once you get in here, hit that thumbs up button right away and nail it. We only have 4 down thumbs and 185, 204 on the up now. This is great. We're like 50-to-1 ratio. Let's just keep that going. We're 50-to-1 ratio, 254 ups and only 5 downs, 277 ups and only 5 downs. This is awesome. We get to 300, we'll be at 60-to-1. There it is, 313. We're over 60-to-1. Oh, we got 8 thumbs downs. I woke up the thumbs downs, people. Didn't want to do that. I wanted to keep them sleeping. We're at 8 thumbs downs. But get 384 and a thumbs up. At 400, we're 50-to-1. That's pretty cool right there. We're at 399 right now. Come on, guys, hit it hard. Yeah, at 428, we're at 50-to-1. We get 14 thumbs downs. Darn it, we woke those guys up again. All right, coming around. What can I say? Thank you, everybody, for participating in the thumbs up, thumbs down marathon with Bruce here. 167.50 something a share on GameStop. It's really frustrating. I don't have any bad news to report on GameStop. There's nothing bad happening. It's just doing what it's doing. And gosh darn to heck, I don't like it. I think it's great that Ryan Cohen is going to be the chairman of the board. I think it's fantastic. I think it's great that he's got 6 board members and that, they're all behind him. I think that's fantastic. I think it's great that he is not going to be the CEO. I think it's great because he can bring a CEO in to do what he needs to do. And he can have a COO, and he can have the other heads of all the departments, and he can be kind of overlording everybody from up there. That's the way I want it. That's exactly how I want him to do what he's doing, because he can then sort of consult with and be there for various people for various divisions and not be embedded in one portion of the company. He has that whole overall overview. I like that. But the stock is not reacting very well today. It's down $10 a share. It's down 5.9%. It's not like it's the end of the world. But it's just, it's frustrating when you're a fan of the company. I'm a fan of the company. I'm a fan of their game plan. I like what they're about and what they're going to be about. 7.6 million shares traded. Not a lot to get excited about. But it is doing what it's doing. As far as the markets go, good news today on the markets, at least. I'm happy to report. We're looking at the Dow is up 44, S&P up 17, NASDAQ up 127. This is good stuff. Mayota, do you think Amazon will lose its union vote? How much could the stock drop as a result? That's a good question. This has been an interesting battle for sure. And there have already been court cases going on here. I mean, Amazon is not going down without a fight. They do not want a union. They do not want a union because if one plant goes, one warehouse goes, that sets up the next one and the next one and the next one. Of course, the first one that falls, the union people will say to the next warehouse group, hey, we did it and things are better now. We have better working conditions, or we have better this or better that. It can be better for you too. And all of a sudden it just spreads. What are the thoughts? I got to say, if a company like Amazon, a private employer like Amazon, let's call them that. I was going to say a private company, but they're not a private company. They're publicly traded. But an employer like like Amazon, excuse me. If an employer like Amazon has a situation where a union has a chance at becoming, established, that's telling me that there's something missing or something not working properly between management and employees. There must have been, or there must be issues between hourly workers and management of the company. And for employees to be able to be swayed by a unionized drive where a portion of their hourly wage will go to the union and they're prepared to pay it to get a better working condition, that's got to tell you something about how they're being treated. How do you defeat something like that? How do you have something like that not happen? And I got to think the way it's got to be done is you've got to be proactive when it comes to management with regards to employee relations. But it could well have been that for the last 30 years, Amazon has had it so easy with very, very eager people wanting to work under any conditions just for the check, that they're prepared to tolerate certain conditions that, others wouldn't take. But I guess it got to the point where enough's enough, and now we're at this point. And for the company, it could be a turning point with respect to its relations and or its cost of labor. And in this business, in this e-commerce business, employee relations are everything. You have to have motivated staff to really want to put the effort into, make it work. And if you've got management grinding workers to the ground and they've just had enough, they get to the point where they feel they have nothing to lose, you got yourself a problem. You've got a company that's going to run into much higher labor costs. And I wonder how this will play out. JC, is this GameStop dip due to the hedgies shorting, or is it just an unknown reason? Oh man, as I write, it just dropped again. Well, it's 164.69, 164.66. This is kind of the low of the day right now on 7.9 million. It could well be this is an opportunity for hedge funds to run a little attack on the stock to, again, try to convince those who are long that the world is coming to an end and there's no reason to be hopeful, and everything good you thought would happen has not happened to you, and you might as well just sell us the stock at $20 a share. You might as well just give it to us at 20. That's their thinking. I don't know. It's down 13.31. These are dips that are available. Question is, who can hang on longer? Can the shorts outlast the longs? Do the longs believe in the long-term big picture of this company? And will they take a stand at a certain point in time at a certain price? They probably will. But what price that is and at one point, I don't know. Right at this minute, 165.66 is the last trade, which is about $1.30 higher than the low of the day. It just seems to be kind of stepping along on very, very thin volume. That's where I see it. Yeah, at $15 an hour, a lot of these folks out there are, they're what's the loyalty to Amazon? If you're getting 10 or 12 or 15 an hour, it may not be enough. I don't know. What can I say? I work at a warehouse. I don't see problems at all, except more break rooms needed, longer breaks needed, as it takes 5 minutes just to walk to the entrance. Amazon needs to pay more taxes. Amazon is an example of a company that screws over the majority of its employees, but is awesome for shareholders, i.e. Apple and its workforce at Foxconn. Here we are. I'm losing a little hope. I'm losing hope a little bit regarding the stock price for some reason. Let's see. Let's see here. Jake, it's a free country. They can quit Amazon and go to those other companies if the comp is so much better. And let's see. Workers rise up. How much? What's that? People smarter than me saying that SHS loaded up on the shorts and are on the attack, hence the negative price action. Bruce, to unblock, go to YouTube Studio, click on Settings, and then click on Community. You see all the blocked members in the middle window. Yeah, you see, I did that. I did that, and I couldn't find them there. That's the problem. I did that. I went to Settings in my community, and I looked at blocked members, and I couldn't find them in blocked members. That's where I'm a little confused why he's not showing up. Hello there, Jen. What do you need?
My phone.
Where's your phone? Jen can't find her phone. You want me to phone you? I could call you and your phone will start ringing. Jen lost her phone. Do you know where Jen's phone is? Anybody know where Jen's phone is? She's finding it. Oh, she's looking around the house. She'll find her phone. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Anyway, so we got all kinds of problems here. We have issues. Stock is 167 on GameStop, a little better now. Up about $3 from the low of the morning, or more low in the afternoon, excuse me. Did you find it? Oh, she hasn't found it. Where's that telephone? Okay, I'm calling Jen. Excuse me, I have to call my wife. She's right here, but I have to phone her. She can't. She can look in her fridge. She can look in the fridge now. Yikes. Okay, we're dialing. It's ringing. It's ringing. It's here in the house. It's not far away. She found it. Okay, everything okay now?
Black on black.
Okay, she found it. Whew, that was close. Is this a great world in which we live now, or what? You can phone yourself on you can phone your partner on a phone in the same house to find out where the phone is. Oh my gosh, it used to be so difficult. I remember when we used to lose keys and we couldn't figure out where our keys were. Oh gosh, how many of us have looked around? But just oh my gosh. I have a friend whose wife is a long-term executive at Amazon. She loves it there, but low-level management and hourly are not benefiting from working there. I think there's a certain level of management where it's okay to work at Amazon. But below a certain level, maybe that's where the problem is. What can I say? Buy as many shares as you can. Now, Rocket is fueling up. It counters the Cohen news. I agree. I agree with this. Very frustrating. 166.71 on the stock right now. Kevin, thank you for this donation. Great time to average down. Right? Well, it's true. If you got a higher price, you got a higher average price, get it up here. Pick it up now. 167.20, 166.98. So we're jumping around here. What can I tell you? I have worked at Amazon in a warehouse, and in my experience, the working conditions are fine. Yes, it was physical, but it's a warehouse job. So what do you want? I would expect half the time we didn't even do anything. Very interesting. Very interesting. I guess it depends on where you are and what job you have, and what can I say? Brandon, wow, of course she loves it there because she's high level management. None of the real issues fall on her. She isn't at risk of losing a job every day like the hourlies are. There you have it. If you're an hourly, it might be tough. Here we go. I just panicked. I bought some more GameStop. I panicked. I bought more. 167, 168.38 just popped up a little bit here. Interesting how this is going. Everyone was complaining there was no dip to buy. The Lord gives you a dip, and now everyone complains. I think people are buying the dip. I think people have been picking up the dip. I think some people bought the 171 dip today. Some people bought a 166 dip today. But we did touch 164, I think, wasn't it? 164.30. So okay. You didn't get a 161, but you got a 164. Now we're 68.50, 168.53. All right. Well, we'll see how the market goes. We got 45 minutes to go until we're done. Volume now is 8.2 million. Someone's saying that the volume went up 2 million in 5 seconds. Laugh out loud. Leveraged up. Love me some tasty dips. And it seems like March 24th all over again. I was going down 3 days straight, then tanked, then back up. Okay, we'll see what happens. Slam 50% time, average pace 30%, looking for work to do 20%. I would never support a company like Amazon for how they treat their workers. I would willingly short them and lose every penny. Laugh out loud. It's either been moon or no moon. It's a free country, so they should be able to free to work together for a better wage. Oh, what can I tell you? The Germans are having this argument about unions between the wars. What's happened to GameStop now? 169.13. It's up $5 from the low of the afternoon here, but had a little run. Yeah, we'll see what's going on with GameStop. We'll see what's going on with Amazon. We'll see what happens with that union vote. I don't know. I've always wondered, does anyone out there work for Costco? Do any of my viewers, or do you know anyone that works for Costco? Any of you out there? Do you have a friend of yours? I don't think they're unionized. Am I right? I don't believe Costco is unionized. Am I right on that? And I know I have known Costco workers, from all the years I've gone to Costco, who've been there for decades. They don't quit. They don't leave Costco because I think they have a lot of perks and benefits, I believe. But I'm kind of curious. Do any of you out there have any connection to anyone who's a Costco employee? I'd love to know about that. Anyway, there you go. All GameStop chair members are willing to take 28% less compensation than the previous chairman before, and all payment in shares of the company. They know what's coming. Buckle in, folks. Like I say, I think that the current new directors, I like this game plan they're putting together here. I like the fact that it's only stock compensation. It's 28% less than before. And it starts here. It starts in this range, and it doesn't start at $5 a share. It starts up here. I like it. So we'll see what happens. Let's see what's going on. I took the phone. Merkin says I did it. I took the phone. Yep. There's a battle starting. Volume is picking up for the power hour here. We now have 8.4 million shares traded, and the shares are now up to 169.85. They're about to hit 170, it looks like. We'll see if that's going to go through here or not. The hedgies took her phone. That's what's going on. The hedge funds took Jennifer's phone. That person changed his name. It's someone who you blocked. I'll call her real quick. Don't worry. Amazon might just replace employees with AI robots. Might be cheaper. Well, they're doing it already. Believe me, it's already happening. But I don't know. It's always in the last place you look. And buy more. Do you like scary stonks? That's gold. My phone's always on silent. It's really hard to find. Oh my gosh. Yeah, here we are. Irish Cowboy. Benz, I saw it on Webull. Volume was around 6 million, then jumped to 8 million. In like 5 seconds, it just jumped. 169.82 on volume of 8.48 million shares is where I'm sitting right here, what I see right now. Phone anxiety, we've all got it. What an age we live in. We call our cell phone the intercom system. Stock markets with Bruce. Hi, Bruce. I like FAII, but found info that they want to spend a lot of SPAC money on reducing ATI debt, which is something I should be concerned about. No, I wouldn't be concerned about it. It shows you how they've been expanding dramatically, and that they'll pay debt down to continue to expand. They'll just roll debt over. So they'll get rid of high expensive debt, turn out and issue new cheap debt, and they just keep expanding. I think they're going to acquire regionals like regional health centers, that physiotherapy centers, and they'll just get bigger and bigger and bigger by doing acquisitions through stocks at higher prices. That's just my take on it. I think they're going to do rather nicely on their cash flows. The call is coming from inside the house, Bruce. Watch out, the call. The announcement on Fidelity this morning. Don't lose hope. What the hedgies want. So we don't. So do we need to contact our brokers, or do I do a share recall to vote? I don't know how that works. Prices. Was that a rotary phone ringing? That's just Jen's phone on an old rotary style. Look at those green candles stacking up. Bruce, get yourself some watches, and you can ping your iPhone from the watch. Best feature ever. Hard truth, not everyone has the same experience. Sounds like it varies from warehouse to warehouse. That's probably it too. The phone is ringing, and neat people are saying. Thank you, everybody. Oh man. Adam, so that's why I got a notification email saying Amazon is hiring. No wonder they must be firing by the droves. That's why they're asking me to come and work for them. That's what it is. Neat. RC tweeted a meme of him sitting at the head of the boardroom. There you go. We're now at 170.71. That's up $7 in 6 minutes. Interesting. 171.22. Only down $6 now. Robert, I once put the milk in the living room and my mom in the fridge. Senility setting in now. Colton, Bruce doesn't seem quite as confident in GameStop anymore. Just reading between the lines, watch his 3 videos a weeks ago, and you'll hear the difference. You can just see how Bruce ages, and the lines are deeper, and his hair's getting whiter, and it's falling out. He's just not the same anymore, you guys. He's losing it. He's losing it. 171.02. AMC 958 for AMC, down 27 cents. Have you seen the SPACs today? Most of your SPACs, do you own the SPACs that I've been talking about? Most of them are higher today. Vector Acquisition up 18 cents. Navside Holdings up 3 cents. IPOE up 54 cents today to 17.74. Gores is only down a penny. It's hanging in there. VGAC up 6 cents. Starboard only down 3 cents. And Fortress up 8. The SPACs are having a good day today. That's not bad. We'll take that. 171, 30 something on GameStop, apparently. That again, I love it. Who's blocked? I got somebody blocked here, and I can't figure out how to figure it out. I'll do this after the show, though. I'll figure it out how to get him back, because he emailed me, and then he sent me his phone number. I phoned him. He picks up the phone. And he goes, "Hello." I said, "Is this so and so?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "It's Uncle Bruce calling." He says, "No way." I love doing that. I love doing that so much. We'll get him figured out. We'll get our man back on here. So I said, "Hey, you can't get on. You can't talk on my show. I'm not happy about that." He couldn't believe it. I was calling him. He could not believe that I would do what Ryan Cohen would do and call someone personally to figure this out. Because I'll tell you right now, you viewers mean everything to me. And if there's a way I can help you out, I'll call you. You leave me your number. You might just watch out. Yeah, I might just phone you guys. You never know. But don't put your phone numbers on here. Don't do that. He goes, "Man, I'm talking to the man on the bat phone. It's himself. This is awesome." Oh, man. So much fun. What can I say? What's going on here? I think my sister works in an Amazon warehouse. It's that the bathrooms are so far away, plus they fire everyone after a certain amount of time, and then they rehire people. That's possible. It might be it might be a bit of a turnover factory. I don't know. What can I say? I panicked all day. I bought 40 more GameStop today, says JJ Gunn. 170.66 is where it's at right now. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, all of you. Go ahead, say my name on the air. I don't care. He says. You can say my name on the air. I don't care. You can say it's Tony. Tony is his name. I called Tony today. I freaked Tony out. It was a good thing. It was all good. Tony's cool. You can go ahead. You can say my name on the air, Bruce. It's all right. Go ahead. I don't mind, man. I don't mind a bit. All right, Tony. Oh my goodness. Too much fun. Thank you for being here. We have 734 thumbs ups. We got 25 down. Don't put your phone number on this show. Don't put your phone number on here. It'll get blocked. Don't do it. Put your phone. You want to give me your phone number? Send it in an email. Don't put it on here. Don't do that. You'll get picked up by all kinds of people who are watching. You don't want that. Just say hi. 171.44 on the stock. Let's see what's going on. The stock will shoot up tomorrow when the shorties have a day off. I don't understand their game plan. Oh my gosh. James is saying, so if the board meeting is June the 9th, doesn't that mean the shares need to be recalled by April the 20th, which means that announcement could become tomorrow Monday? I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what that means. But if I hear anything about it, I will see what's going on. Ken is saying that, I think Ken is responding to my Costco comment that they are not unionized, right? I think you're right. No, they just treat their employees great. They do. That's the thing about Costco. I remember living in Palm Desert, California, and going to the Rancho Mirage Costco twice a week, 3 times a week. And over the 7 or 8 years that Jen and I and Jen Jr. were there, I would bet you half the staff were the same. And Jennifer and I were at that Costco a year ago on the last trip we took south before everything got shut down. We were down there last year in February. So let's call that 14 months ago, because to me it's like last year. But 14 months ago, we were down there, and we're walking through the store, and we got to the cash registers, and we're looking at the cash registers, and I tell you right now, there were about 10 of them on the go. 5 of them still there. From the last time we lived there, 2007, 5 of them were still there. And this is 2019 or 2020, last year, 2020. 13 years after we left, there's still 5 of them of the 10 on the cash register. And I know there are more throughout the warehouse because they're so well treated. They get well paid, they get great benefits. There's no other employer in the area that's better to work at. It really tells you something. Very interesting. They're not unionized. There you go. Costco chooses to pay employees a living wage, and there you have it. They're treated well. There you go. I have a friend who works at Costco, and that's the thing about Costco. I bet you a lot of you have friends of yours that worked at Costco for years. For years, they don't go anywhere else. See, that's the way it is. Anyway, what can I say? Costco is with the Teamsters Union, as I am. Great benefits. Are they unionized though? I didn't think they were. I'm just asking. I have a friend of mine who works at Costco. They're not unionized. She loves working there. Her brother works there too, long-term employees. They're not unionized. A part of the Costco is unionized, but not all of it. Okay. I'll go with that. Some are, some are not. Costco CEO is going to knife a board member for wanting to raise the price of their hot dogs. That's right. Those hot dogs are $1.50 with the drink. They're not going up in price. How about that? What can I say? Costco workers make like $20-25 an hour. Usually Costco's are in higher income areas though. Not a bad part of town, generally speaking. Usually very good customers. Literally every day I say I'm not buying more GameStop, but then they give these dips, and I'm morbidly obese, man. I love the dip. Back to 169.70 right now is where we're showing the market. 8.9 million volume. We've got 32 minutes to go in the day. Bruce, didn't you say that the share recall is not a real thing? Why say people saying about stock recall before GameStop shareholders meeting? I don't get it. I don't understand this. I'm not familiar with a recall of stock. I don't know what this means. I'm honestly telling you, I don't know. I'll try to learn about it. I'll try to look into it, but I've never heard of this before. But I did say this morning on this morning's show, isn't it odd how there are 200, I'm sure there are over 200 million shares trading around out there, and there are people legitimately owning hundreds of millions of shares of GameStop where only 70 actually exist, 70 million. How can there be so many people owning stock when only 70 million exist? What do you do at the vote? What if you get 140 million votes for directors? How can that be? You can't have 140 million votes. There's only 70 million shares. It's like running for president. You know, if there's only 350 million Americans and only 250 million are eligible to vote because 100 million Americans are under the age of 18 because they're kids, how can you have more than 250 million vote for president if there's only 250 million people? Do you short people now? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm wondering about GameStop. How can that work? There's a battle at 170. We're back to 170 on the stock again. We're battling here. That's what's happening. That's what's going on. James is saying, Soren T, James, the board meeting on the 10th of June, and if GameStop wishes to recall any shares, they need to do it before the end of April, but the earliest is 60 days before the meeting. Very interesting. I have a friend who works for Costco. She loves it there, and her brother works there too. Long-term employees. They're not union. There you go. See, there you go. Yep, $1.50 hot dog and a soda, and $5 rotisserie chicken in the U.S. In Canada, it's $7.50 for a chicken in Canada, but they're big, they're great, and they're fantastic. $170.58 on GameStop is where the shares are right now. Local Teamsters for some Costco employees. Costco just raised their bottom wage to $16. Costco has a whole grocery store run by machines. See, that's what's going on. My phone is always set to GameStop. Today is 0 hour for sure. Kroger's unionized, but their subsidiaries aren't, I think. Bagels for everybody real soon. Down $666 today, not a good sign. A 170.49 here, 170.15 there. I think we're going to run up here. I think we're going to have a run here. Let's hope so. Let's have a run. Oh man, if a shareholder wants to vote, the share has to be validated. That seems to have something in connection to the recall. They can't validate 200 million shares when only 70 million exist. That's what I think. How does this go? How does this work? Costco took away the relish because of the pandemic. I cannot eat the hot dog without relish. I thought Bruce was a vegan. I love chicken bakes at Costco. Love the chicken bakes. It's my favorite. Of course, I also like the Very Berry Sundae. The Very Berry. Absolutely. Here we go. The IPO shares have not disappointed, and they're still in the corner. IPO $17.89, up 69 cents today. Vector acquisition up 15 cents. Some of these couple of our SPACs are doing all right. GameStop down 6.95 to 71.02 right now. Interesting. Pro tip: make chicken pot pie with their rotisserie chicken and thank me later. There you go. I love Costco. Gosh, I love Costco. Bruce, I read somewhere that potentially there are over 800 million shares floating around out there. I've heard numbers like crazy numbers too. I also have. Hey, Bruce, didn't Walmart leave Canada entirely because Canadians didn't tolerate their anti-union bias? No, Walmart's here. Are there Amazon warehouses there having the same problem? We have Amazon warehouses in Canada, and we have Walmarts all over Canada, and neither are unionized that I'm aware of. So no, a bagel. I just bought the dip. Let's go. 170.90. Okay, everybody, all together. I should have bought the dip. Guys, can we all download the GameStop app for free? Let's move it up the charts. Make it happen. The recall is more for the short positions, as recall would make it so every share, even in the synthetic ones, have to be counted and put into the market. Gotta wonder what's going to happen. Does he look vegan? Does this 4'8" frame look vegan to you? Hedgies ran out of borrowed or synthetic shares. Now up we go. 4'10" and vegan. Oh my gosh. Costco pork medallions. Oh my gosh. I love those honey and garlic sausages that they have at Costco. Those fresh honey and garlic sausages. Oh, they're good. Oh, they're good. That's good stuff. I feel like other crap today, says Aaron. Lack of sleep, stressed. GameStop isn't helping. If we go on a run here and finish green, I'll jump for joy. As always, you calm me down, Bruce. Thank you. 170.76 where we're at right now. And we got 27 minutes to go. A vegan owl, he's 4'8", and he's 300 pounds. Does he look vegan to you? Oh, man. You know, this stream is going to make you spend way too much money at Costco and get away way too fat eating hot dogs and chicken bakes. Yeah, but those chicken bakes are so good. And the hot dogs, I mean, you know, the all-beef hot dogs, they're great, aren't they? And then those Very Berry Sundays. Oh, I love those Very Berry Sundays. Down in Palm Desert when it's 115 out. Oh, man. Even inside the store, it's like 80, but the fans are going. And you're having that Very Berry Sundae. The thing about having a Very Berry Sundae at Costco in California when it's really hot out is you get your hot dog or your chicken bake, and you get your sundae at the same time with your soda. You go to the machine, you fill up your soda, then you sit down at the outdoor eating area, but shaded with the wind going, you know, and you're watching your Very Berry Sundae, and you're starting to watch it melt. you're eating your food. You're trying to eat your chicken bake, but it's hot. The chicken bake is really hot because they're fresh. They come right out of the oven. They're fantastic. And so it's really warm. And so you're trying to eat your chicken bake, and you're watching your very, very slowly, fade. And you want it, but when you get to the very, very Sunday, oh, it's just so good because you're using your spoon all around the edges because you're eating up all the melted the frozen yogurt. And you're getting the very berry going, and it's just so good. I just love it. Oh, I miss it. Chicken pot pie, my favorite drinks. The almighty Fisher, thank you for this generous donation. As all of you with margin accounts, your broker probably lends your securities out. To vote in the board meeting, you must tell your broker to recall your shares into your possession by April the 20th and put the squeeze on them. How about that? Suggestivity. I can't help it, Bruce. You've won me over. Been watching a while and you've never not enjoyed yourself, especially with your Lotta in a blizzard laughing out loud. Did you guys see that video between shows? I told you, if you haven't seen it yet, you gotta watch this video tonight about this story I told yesterday. Someone asked me for a car story because I have once sold used new cars and I've once leased automobiles. And I was with a leasing company, and I told this story yesterday. It's got to be 15 minutes long. I mean, it's a classic about this guy and other victims of our boss having to go out into a blizzard to repo. We had to repossess 100 cars from a car rental company in a blizzard, and I got the keys to a Lotta. Classic. I mean, it's classic. There's no one personally that has ever had this happen to them. So here you are. Here's a story for you that no one else can tell you, courtesy of me. So watch the video. I hope you like it. Give it a thumbs up if you do. Tell your friends. Share it with your friends. Share my short videos with all your friends on Facebook and all your friends everywhere else to help my channel become discovered by new people. Because that's what this channel needs. Oh my gosh, we have fun. Okay, munchies now. You got me wanting Costco food now. You're doing it to me, Bruce. You're driving me nuts here. We got what's this comment here? Loretto, per TDA, we can only lend out shares if they are currently in a margin account that has a margin balance. You cannot opt out of lending. You can only recall the shares by covering that margin balance. Now that's interesting right there. $170.53 on GameStop. Okay, there you go. We can all download the GameStop app for free. Let's move it up the charts. How about that? You can get a bag of 100 string cheese at Costco for like $8. It's my favorite Costco product, string cheese. From Costco. What do you guys like buying at Costco? I love Costco. I love buying those big jars of stuffed olives, the garlic stuffed olives, and those suckers are huge. Those are the queen olives. Are big, really big. The big jar like that, $8. What a deal! $8-9. You can't get a deal like that anywhere else. I love Costco. People speculated that Cohen would become CEO. He became a chairman, and yet the stock goes down. Some would consider it as a good sign. I like the fact that he's not the CEO. Yeah, I just want him the chairman of the board. I want him hiring and firing CEOs if they don't deliver on the goods. That's what I want him doing. I love it. Okay, Uncle Bruce. How do the in the money calls go from $507 to $14,000 in 10 minutes? I don't know what that means. I don't know how though. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm buying up MUDs like crazy. I don't know about the MUDs. I'm not so sure about that stock yet. The verdict is out. I'll let you know. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Bruce, SEC could propose rules to recalibrate liability risk that the SPACs face in merger deals. Walter, a Bloomberg reporter, just posted on a Twitter. What does that mean in plain English? I have no idea what that means in plain English. Recalibrate liability risk that SPACs faced in merger. I don't know what that means. I don't understand it. I still don't understand why investors should be offered any liability protection about anything. You're in an open market. It's a free trading market. You do your own due diligence, or you do your due diligence with your investment advisor. You buy and sell stock. You win, you lose, you don't. That's it. I don't know what the big deal. I don't know why people need protection all of a sudden. I don't understand it. I know it's just me. I'm just old. And baconators are vegan. Bagel carbs are vegan. Bruce the vegan built like a stack of pancakes. Donna White, I hope he answers that. They keep making the price too compelling. You obviously haven't seen some of the bagel sandwiches he's been eating. You have no idea. You think that's vegan meat that he's eating when he does? Wait, their hot dogs aren't vegan? IPO broke through $18. 18.31 on the IPOE, up $1.11. How many have got it? How many took my advice and bought IPOE? Does anybody have IPOE? Garlic sausage, bring those to the USA Costco, please. Eric is laughing out loud. I want to see you collab with Jordan Belfort. How about that? Gene, he is hungry again. Feed your hubby. Laughing out loud. Jen, you mean IPOE? You know what's great about being old? Yeah, I can't think of anything either. I have no idea. Yeah, there you go. Who doesn't like a hot dog? I mean, come on, Charles is laughing. Laredo, and you can still recall your shares on cash accounts during the meeting just to have them be counted, though. It's a good idea, in my opinion. Anyone, thank you, everybody. IPOE 18.23, up $1.03. Do they have Costco hot dogs on a cruise? No, Costco's the best hot dogs, hands down. That's right. Danny DeVito's 5'0". Bruce is shorter than Frank. My gosh, 4'8" and 300 pounds. They tell you that they're saying that I'm 4'8", 300 pounds, and I'm a vegan. Go figure this stuff. And I love to go to Costco and have chicken bacon and hot dogs with Jen. 169.74 on GameStop. We're down to 19 minutes before we shut this thing down. But then we continue on in the aftermarket. Let's see what's going on here. I think Jen should start a YouTube of just her hands making bagel sandwiches and her soothing voice. That'll get millions of views right there. Costco here in California has the churros for $1.49. Oh my God, they're so good. Churros. Costco in Canada has the French fries with gravy and cheese curd on it. That stuff. We have that up here. I get so excited. I forget what it's called. It'll come back to me. Don't worry. Bruce fattens up our wallets and our bodies. Do you still like the ice cream at Uncle B? I love the ice cream at Costco. That Costco ice cream. Oh man, I love that stuff. Bruce, this whole time I've been meaning to ask if there's hundreds of millions of shares short. Can this volatility ever stop? I mean, what can, or is it all uncharted territory? These are all good questions. I keep thinking that what'll make it stop is the higher the stock goes, the more painful it becomes to hold a short position, right? Poutine is what Costco has in Canada. Poutine, French fries, cheese curds, gravy, yum, and Canada Costco's, I know in Alberta, chicken wings. Deep fried chicken wings we have in Costco, Canada. Oh, and they're delicious with all kinds of sauces, but I don't use any of the dipping sauce. I just eat them the way they are. They're delicious. Chicken wings. Oh, man, good to know. Chef Bruce, Brendan Boyle, the churros are king. Hertz won't die. Keep trading it. Am I crazy? I don't know. Bruce, over analyzing Costco. Costco hot dogs give me the stinkiest burps. Better to burp it up than taste it and fart it and waste it. There you have it right there. All right, everybody. Sell GameStop and buy Costco. Uncle Bruce is going to trigger a rush. Uncle Bruce is a bagel influencer. I haven't eaten bagels in forever until Uncle Bruce. Oh, man. Bagel sales are surging across America and Canada and in Europe because of Uncle Bruce. 169.45 on GameStop. What can I say? AMC down to 962, down 23 cents. Vector Acquisitions up 28 cents. Navside Holdings up 2 cents. IPOE up $1.15. Gores Holdings up a penny. VGAC up 6 cents. Every SPAC except SVAC is up. SVAC is down 2 cents, and Fortress is up 11 cents. 8 out of 9 SPACs are higher today. The ones that I've been recommending to you. Isn't that amazing? It's very, very sunny. It's still good when it's 40 below wind chill here in Minnesota. Yes, they are. They're very good in the wintertime, but they don't melt as fast. I'll give you that. They don't melt as fast. Oh, man. Costco pizza isn't that bad either. You know what? I love the pepperoni pizza that Costco makes. And I like it when the pepperoni is actually cooked more and they're crispy on the edges. Yeah, I like the Costco pizza when the pepperoni is actually more crispy. I like that taste. Yes, yes, yes. Observe thyself says, I tried to make churros once. That was the day I learned how white I am. Can't do it. You're no good. Can't do it. Not a chance. Can't do it. Oh my gosh. Is there a minimum number of shares before you can vote? I don't think so. I think anyone with a share can vote. All right, everybody, sell your GameStop and get into Costco. Uncle Bruce is going to simultaneously trigger a stock run and a run on the rotisserie chickens. Oh man, another reason contacts and margins aren't in play. Uncle Lada. Oh, Level, you're just crazy. HOL, Bill Hertz doesn't have anything to do with it. Oh my gosh. Now, no, you can vote if you have one share. That's right. That's right. Well, absolutely. After the moonshots, we should fund a trip to the Rust Valley Restores for Bruce for an epic GameStop edition 70s American muscle car. Oh my gosh. Early bird gets the worm. Which hedge fund is going to throw the towel in and start covering first? Exactly. When will a hedge fund give it up and decide to buy back and go long? That's kind of what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for a hedge fund to cover all their shorts and then go long and squeeze out all the others. That should be a lot of fun. Anyway, we'll see what's going on here. Here we go again. Let's see. People who knock Costco have never been to say the first time I went, I was sold. Prices are unreal. You just get enough food to feed for you for a year. You get great service. Closest Costco in Creston in Canada is Kelowna. Maybe crossing the border, you can find a closer one. Yeah, Barry Jam. The closest Costco to this house is in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. 2 hours, 20 minutes by car, straight south. Can't cross the border, though. The border is 10 minutes away, shut down since last year. So the closest Costco for me, Calgary, Alberta, or Lethbridge, Alberta, 5 hours, 5.5 hours away each direction. Kind of a long day to get a jar of stuffed olives stuffed with garlic. But you can snack them on the way home. I gotta admit, you can snack them on the way home. Oh man, I just saw a super chat and I missed it. I've got to say hi and say thank you. Where was that? Let me get this up here. Here we go. See all the super chats. Thank you to Jared, thank you. Hey, Bruce, Market Watch dropped an article about an hour ago that didn't even sound that bad to me, but the title said that the stock is so. Laughing out loud. That probably shook out some paper hands. Jared mentioned that. Thanks, Jared, for your comment on that. And Uncle Bruce, your email, please, sir, says Ryan Hensler. I need your email. That I will pop up for you in just a second. Thanks, you guys, for these comments. How many thumbs up now? 957 thumbs up. 31 down. We're at 13 minutes to go. We got 2,700 people here, and we only have 958 thumbs ups. Come on, you guys, give me some thumbs ups. We got 30 on the down dip. We're only 33-1 here on the up, the down. Hit me up with some thumbs ups if you don't mind. Let's drive these thumbs ups numbers really high. Drive these thumbs downs people just nuts. Drive them insane with rage. Here we go. 1,000 on the thumbs ups. 34 on the thumbs down. Let's hit that thumbs up button. Get it up to like 1,500. We'll be like 50-1 or 45-1 or something like that. We got to get this. There it is, 1,100 now. They're coming in. The thumbs ups are coming. They're coming. Thank you, everybody, so much for these thumbs up. Make those thumbs downs people regret the day they were born. I don't hold a grudge. I'm fine. Ryan, thank you. Uncle Bruce, your email. Okay, so here we go. The email address is right here. And you can find this email address on below in the description of any of my videos. It's always there. You can also find this email on my About section on my homepage, brucefarmer@hotmail.com. It's so simple. I mean, anyone could see it. It's findable, Thank you, all of you, so much for being here. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. All these Costco items. What's your favorite item from Costco? Examont, thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you, Examont. That's fantastic. And also Hope Cereals. Hey, Hope, thank you for becoming a new member. This is beautiful. Thank you, man. Fabulous that you're here. Uncle Bruce, I told my wife she was drawing her eyebrows too high. She looked surprised. It's Examon and Hope. They're both here. Yee-hoo. Welcome, guys. Nice to have you here. I've been eating bacon and egg and cheese bagels. Oh, man, they're so good. Poutine is interesting. Costco poutine. Costco pizza, $9.99. You can't beat that deal. You can't beat that deal. Unbelievable. How did you ever meet Jen? Did you steal her away from Chandler, who asked her out first? When did you know she was the one? See, there you go. That's a story. Maybe in the second hour after the close. I'll do that later. I'll tell you how I met Jen. If you stick around, I'll tell you how I met Jen. Nanette Schroeder, new member. Hi, Nanette. How you doing? I love it when the gals join up. I love it when the women join this channel. Fabulous. The more women, the better. It just classes up the joint. I'll tell you that right now. 169.98 on the stock. I mean, right at 170 a share. That's where we're at here with 11 minutes to go in the day. What is going on with GameStop today? You got to wonder what's going on. Hopefully, IPOE doesn't go to 30 and they come out and say they're listing at 15 like CCIV did. This deal is a done deal. IPOE is going to become SoFi Financial. They're at 1843. I think they're about to list as SoFi any day now. I've been talking about for over a week, telling you any day now this company will become SoFi and it will trade as SoFi and it's going higher. I'm telling you, it's going higher. And all of the SPACs that I'm covering will go higher once they merge their deals, and they're all within 30, 40 days of being listed. Get in there. Some of these are deals. And what can I say? We know how he met her. It's a classic. Welcome, Nanette. I'm going to stick around for the Bruce Jen whirlwind story. I'm going to stick around. Nice. There you go, Bruce. Keep the viewers around for a feature story in the next hour. Now, you see, I wasn't born yesterday. I was born in 55. I've been around a while. It's all good in the hood. Initial JC, what do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. There you have it. See? Oh my goodness. I recall there was a time in Costco where they had hamburgers and cheeseburgers. I think in the States. Do you guys remember that? They tried that for a while. I know at the San Bernardino Costco in California, you could get a hamburger. The problem was that they had to cook the burger, and it took a while, and that just didn't work out because the chicken bakes, they bring them out of the oven and they wrap them up in the aluminum, and then they're under the heated lamps, and they're great. They last a long time, like 20 minutes they can last, no problem. The pizza comes out and it's always there, and there's always orders for it. The dogs are just making the dogs all the time, and they're pounding them out. Where the burgers were a bit of a logistical problem, and I'm not sure if they still offer burgers at Costco's. Does anybody out there know? I don't think they do. What do you call a cow jumping over a barbed wire fence? Utter destruction. Utter destruction. There you go. Oh my gosh. Costco tri-tips and their briskets prime. Yes, I know they had like a was it pastrami type sandwich. And then they also have the turkey and the provolone cheese sandwich. They have that, I think, in the States, if I recall. But yeah, in Canada, they got the chicken wings, and they've got the poutine. French fries as well, and poutine. Yeah, and of course, we have chicken fingers up here. I don't think you have chicken fingers in the States. I don't think you can get chicken fingers in the U.S. We got chicken fingers and fries up here. Kids love it at Costco. Oh, they love it. Yeah, we got good food up here. Not bad, but we don't have chicken bakes. Not in Canada, just in the States. And that's something. The mayor of Tendiesville has become the latest and greatest member of this channel. I mean, how great is that? The mayor of Tendiesville. When the mayor of Tendiesville becomes a member of your channel, it's all over. I mean, that's it. The stock's going to 1,000 a share. It's over. I mean, short sellers, beware. The mayor of Tendiesville has become the latest member of this channel. You gotta love it. Right? What can I say? Because chickens don't really have fingers. That's kind of silly. That's true. IPO already almost twice gave me back the payment for the membership since Bruce mentioned it for the first time. There you go. Poutine is tasty, by the way. Yes, it is. It is. Welcome, Mayor, to the family. The mayor is in the house. Oh, my God, it's the mayor. It's right. The chickens have fingers. Welcome, Mayor. The mayor is in the house. Laughing out loud. We love the fact that the mayor is here. The mayor's here. Mayor, you're here. Woohoo. This is fabulous. Welcome, Mayor, to the show. Welcome to the group. And I'm sure a whole bunch of council members will follow you in no time. We now have volume on GameStop of 9.5 million, 9,500,000, a little more, but it's at 169.90, just kind of battling this 170 zone. We're 5 minutes away from the close of the day. The Dow is up 37, 38 points. S&P up 15. That's a record high. NASDAQ up 128. These markets are just about at record high. What can I say? Yeah, the Treasury yield, the 10-year Treasury yield has slumped to a 2-week low Markets are going up. How about that? The mayor is in the house. Are we going to crack 10 million before it's time? I wish I had a groovy YouTube name. We got dinosaur chicken nuggets. The hedge funds are history. Hello, mayor. I'm a great fan. Keep up the good work with the city. Bruce, when you go out in public, do people do people you don't know recognize you yet? No, yet. No, they don't. We don't go out in public, Jen and I, unless we're in the car. We drive to the Tim Hortons drive-through. No one sees us really. I mean, the gal behind the window can't really figure out who it is. I go into a grocery store. I'm wearing my mask. Nobody knows it's me. So there's only 5,000 people here. Jen is saying too. So we're really Colin. Thank God we have government representation here. The mayor has arrived. The mayor is here. That's right. Bruce, I'd like to have a heart-to-heart. Well, you send me an email, and we can have a heart-to-heart. Laughing out loud. Welcome, sir. Mayor, rally the troops. Sorry, Bruce. I love you, but I'm not telling anybody about you're my little secret. I'm not gonna share your videos.
Are you a guilty?
I'm not gonna. That's right. I'm a guilty pleasure. I'm not telling the world how great you are because that would just make too many people like you more, and I don't want that to happen. I want you to be the best kept secret on YouTube. I don't want you to get any new subscribers. I want you to stay just as tiny as you are. And there you have it. Okay, there you go. Mr. Mayor, when is our stimulus of Tindies coming? I demand answers. The mayor, if the mayor is in, I'm in. Mayor, have you seen the Tendy man lately? We're looking for him if you see him, the Tendy man. I need a new trash can. I think the food stand is regional or based on state at Costco. I was in Chicago, and for the hot dogs, they were different due to local hot dog factory in Chicago and new churros in Chicago, only in California. That's true. That California has churros. I'm not sure about Arizona. They might have them. I'm not sure. Nick says, I love the sea shanty. It's a sea shanty kind of close. Okay. And Nanette, hi, Bruce. I'm so excited to have finally joined. I didn't have access to my laptop. I've been watching since week number 2. Love your show. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much for joining this channel as a new member, you guys. I love this. We love to have new members here. Bertie, IPOE has made me some money. Fred, Adam, and Justin, we are just headed to the strip club. T.O. Bruce, you demand. Strippers are getting tips tonight because making money on the stock. 1810 on the IPOE, up 90 cents right now. VA Vector Acquisition up 29, up over $11. It's up. GameStop 169.81. We're down to 2 minutes before we shut this thing down for the market, and then we watch the aftermarket for an hour. This is fantastic. Bruce, I think you got interrupted. You said the stock goes up to a certain price. Then what do the shorters do? Give up? Go broke? How do they get out of it and everyone has equilibrium? Well, the key here is that the shorters have to keep buying stock until they're flat. But if they only get stock from people who are long, then that means there's fewer shares in fewer people's hands because the shorters are covered and people have sold out. And so you have fewer shares outstanding and fewer shareholders. But that would tell me that shares would have gone much, much higher per share, right? And so the higher they go, the more shorters want to cover, the more they buy from people who want to take a profit. And eventually there's an equilibrium, but it might be at 1,000 a share, 2,000 a share by the time it all stops. And then it just kind of hangs around there for a while until more demand comes in from upside of the company and away we go again. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. Uncle Bruce, are you a fan of Jamaican patties? I've only found them in Canada. Not a fan of Jamaican patties. Are you actually going to get a Tesla, Bruce? I've seen all sorts of comments about this. So what's going on? Well, we have always wondered, would enough donations come into this channel from viewers that would allow me to get a Tesla? You see, now I've said all along that Jen won't let me get a Tesla unless we have at least double the money for a Tesla. So if a Tesla costs $120,000, I have to have $240,000. But the Tesla that I would like is probably going to run about $150,000. So I need about $300,000. And at last count, I haven't seen those kinds of donations come in yet. But I've been speculating if the shares of GameStop were to go to $1,000 a share, or the shares of these 7 different SPACs were to go to $50 to $100 a share each, there might be enough happy viewers with enough donations coming into this YouTuber. You might see me in a Tesla someday, but we're not there right now. There's a bald guy with a bagel shirt on, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, welcome. Can I work for your city? I got Jen laughing today. Let's see. Bruce, you have cornered a niche market on YouTube. Stock talk, jokes, stories, social contact with members, the chat room. No other channels like this. This is the only one like that. It's funny how I get these kinds of comments, which I love, and I get private emails from so many of you, which, you tell me how much fun you're having and how much you enjoy the channel, and then I get the other ones. You should stop goofing around and just do stock stuff. You should stop, mingling like that. You should just offer stock tips. That's all you should do. That's all I want you to do. So I get it all. I get it. What 170.12 on the stock? We're at the close here. Oh my gosh, we're coming into the close. 1 minute 50 seconds. We're at 170.20 on GameStop. Is it going to hold to 170 or is it going to take a shot to 180 in the last minute? What's going to happen? I don't know. The advancing volume 1.6 billion, the decline 1.6 billion. We're only trading 3.1 billion shares on the market, 3.2. That's quiet. That's not 6 billion of volume that we were used to in the past. We're at 170.20 on the stock. What's going to happen at the bell? We're down to the last minute now on the markets. What is going on the markets? The Dow is up 46 points. 54 points, S&P up 17, NASDAQ up 141. It's a positive day, not an incredibly mega positive day, but it's a positive day. But GameStop down 777 at 170.20. That's what I'm showing. Looks like we're done for the day. I think we're done. 170.20 last trade, 170.34 in the aftermarket. That's what I'm showing right now on this stock. What can I say? Bruce is going to upgrade from a Tesla to a Lada because those things can start in any kind of weather. That's the thing. You can't kill a Lada, I'm telling you. I was going to say, wouldn't you spend your first 150,000 on a Tesla? I mean, we got you, Bruce, says Chris. No doubt about that. Thank you, everybody. Oh, my gosh. I ordered mine, 165,000 tax in, model FSD. Wow. Bruce, could you say you've been speculating? What happens to my call options during a stock transfer? Nothing. Nothing happens. It's a car. Welcome. Let's go. Niches get stitches. Niches get stitches. Okay. I need an ape in a dress emoji. Yeah. How about when it gets to the 30s or 40s and we get it at 9? Oh yeah. How about that? What can I say? Mr. Belfort has a bearish opinion on GameStop. Well, we what you love, Bruce, says Robert. Thank you. 170.24 close, and the volume's 9.8 million shares. That was the volume on the end of the day here. That's what we're showing. And looks like AMC closed at 977. It's 974 in the aftermarket. It came back a ways. Actually, AMC was as low as 950. Closed at 977, but it still looks pretty sad, actually, doesn't it? What can I tell you? A bunch of SPACs went up today. As a matter of fact, let me just see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All 7 SPACs that I talked to you guys about, every one of them was up today. Vector was up 33 cents. NavSite up 5. IPOE up 93. Gores Holdings up 3. VGAC up 8. Starboard up 5 and Fortress up 10. Every SPAC that I talked to you guys about was up today. Well, how about that? I'm on a roll there. If only GameStop would now go to 500 a share. Nothing but love for Uncle Bruce. Fan can have misunderstandings, though. Thank you, everybody, so much. You just make it totally boring, all about money, and I'm gone. Yeah, just make it all about money. And make it boring, and I'm out of here. That's what's going to. We like the stock. Bruce, have you read about the company that will build a traveling caravan out of the Cybertruck from Tesla? I haven't read about it. I have to look into that. I'm sure sooner or later I'll catch that, and I'll read into it. Let's see. Well, that was an anticlimactic day. Mad Cow says moo. Let's see. I think Bull meant to say niche market. Bruce, do you, Frommer, there you go. Bruce, you do you, Colin, right? I think hedge funds want to leave out of the market most possible options. They want to leave out of the money most possible options. I need IPOE to announce so I can transfer that profit to some GameStop at these $170 prices. There you go. And I work in healthcare. Metrics play a big part of my job. I feel like a robot most days. Awesome close. Good afternoon, Ryan Hesler. All signs point to tomorrow. Big day. Everybody sit tight. What Tesla are you looking at to get, Bruce, if you can? Are there many models? There aren't that many models right now. Well, I've always wanted to get a Model S. I've always wanted just to get the big sedan. I've always wanted the big sedan. But right now, they have pardon me. They have the base model now, which is pretty loaded, and you can get it with a certain interior. There's a couple of interiors you can pick. I think the black interior is the base model. The white interior, or is it the cashmere interior? Mm-hmm. And then there's a couple of choices for wheel covers and wheel styles, and then there's the navigator, self-driving thing. They have that. So by the time you add certain features to the car, you're in Canada. I think we start at 120,000, and you're up to 150 in no time. Then you add tax, you're at 160 in no time. You're at 160,000, and that's the base model. You want the plaid model? Oh, add 50 more to start. It's unbelievable. Anyway, I don't know. I just don't. I haven't had time to really take a look at it. I really haven't had time to take a look at it because the numbers are so out of realm of reality that I just don't think I'll ever get there. So I need you guys to make an awful lot of money. And let's go from there. Derek's saying, hey, does anyone have Elon Musk contact info? Maybe we can get him a demo. Bruce needs to get 400 grand to get a nice Tesla. So we need the stock to go up a lot so that Bruce can get a nice Tesla. Now you're talking. You're thinking on the right track here. We're at 169.98 in the aftermarket for GameStop right now. Hedge fund manager resigned from GameStop board. Hedge fund manager resigned from GameStop. That was this morning. We had that one guy go. There's going to be 6 people left. Okay. For people who don't believe in companies turnarounds, look at Skoda. Iron Wall in the 80s, and now look at Skoda now. How about that? Here in Canada, how about a Sherp car and laugh at snow? Vladimir Putin. Motivation moves oceans. What else is being said here? All kinds of comments coming through. Hey, everybody. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Welcome new members, by the way, today. Fantastic day for new members. Yes, Bruce. Bruce, please have your designer make a lady ape emoji for the wonderful women on your channel. How about that? There's all kinds of ideas. Let's go, baby. IPOE, SVAC, GameStop, all about to go. Let's go. All going Chernobyl. Bruce, you be you, and Jen be Jen. Bagels be gone. I'll be jamming. There you go. How fantastic. Jonathan and Stephanie. So Tesla, with over 900 million shares, had a volume of 22 million. And GameStop has 70 million shares and had a volume of 9 million. How does that happen? How can a company with maybe 1/12 the number of shares have almost half the volume? Kind of make you wonder, doesn't it? Kind of make you wonder about how all this happens. Yes. Very interesting. Have you ever spent time on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange? Any good stories on trading floors? I was on the trading floor a few times in Alberta on the Alberta Stock Exchange because I would visit my floor trader from time to time and hang out with him. But don't have that many stories about floor trader stories. Although there were times in the early days there were fist fights. Sometimes one broker said you bought them from me, and I didn't buy them from you. You'd have fist fights, but then they both get suspended. Have to take a week off, come back later. Anyway, don't have very many floor exchange stories, stock exchange floor stories. I'll get it out. It'll take a while, but I'll get them. GameStop on 300, and I'd be happy enough. And it really is interesting. The extra room can hide in my Cybertruck. The stocks with Uncle Bruce T's got to be a designer, especially when we're talking $300 shoes. Glad you didn't say Cybertruck. Glad you didn't say that. Have you ever test driven one? Never been in one for a ride. I've never been in one for a ride. I've sat in one in the showroom at a shopping mall. I've sat in one. Never taken one for a spin. No. Do a video when you get it. Oh, there'll be more than one. For sure. Uncle Bruce, you're in Canada. Why not a Sharp Pro? I don't know what that means. Let's try to remember that Jordan Belfort was exactly what we were fighting against now. So don't let him make you think he's on our side. He's the Wolf of Wall Street. Never forget that. Tesla Model S is an awesome, but the Model 3 can be the best choice for 2 with customization and saving money. I want the Tesla underwear for boys, Model S, 3X, and Y. That sound of Bruce blowing his nose is exactly now how I would have imagined it. What can I say? Sometimes you got to blow a nose. What am I supposed to do? Oh my gosh, Bruce, just buy the Tesla on margin, Bruce. Can you still get a DUI? Can you still get a DUI for eating glue if the car drives itself? Asking for a friend. Oh man, buy 100 of GameStop when it hits 1100 and buy the Tesla. If Uncle Bruce wants a performance Model S, yeah, that's pricey, and I'm not worth it. But Model S long range is definitely worth it. There you go. Let's see here. I want a Tesla roof and a Powerwall. Someone saying, sorry, folks. Just trying to read all these comments as they're going through here. Let's see. Yeah, I just want a Tesla roof and a Powerwall. Anyone ever listen to a 100%? Anyone ever listen to a 100% stock financial show? Could be radio, cable. Anyway, Bruce, just get a Tesla power pack while you're at it too. There you go. DPW looks pretty hot. Do you know anything about that company, Bruce? Looks like it used to be a pretty big entity. I don't know what that is. Let's see. I want a Model X, Jonathan and Stephanie. We have a little Chao's is a new member. Elsie, thank you for becoming a new member of the channel. That tastes great. Thank you for becoming a new member of the group. We have a new member here. There you are. Tesla, don't be afraid to think a little bigger. How about a plane? Kind of need a car. My Sonata's getting on. It's 11 years old. It's getting tired. Bruce, do you wear pants? No, I wear kilts, and I usually have bath towels on down here. 4'6". What do you need pants for, right? They're so hard to find. You don't need pants. What can I say? Bought the dip. Someone's saying bought the dip. Does anyone know the life expectancy of Tesla batteries, and then what the replacements costs are, and the environmental disposal fees and stuff like that? I have no idea. I have no idea. Bruce, give you a choice: a hair transplant or a new Tesla. You tell us. See, the thing is, if you get a hair transplant and then you get the Tesla, and you got the window down, and you hit the gas, or you hit the pedal that makes it go real fast, the hair just falls out. Like, it'll be blown off anyway. So there's no point in getting hair. You might as well just get the Tesla. Plus, if you get the Tesla, I'm so aerodynamic without the hair, I get better range, with the window down. So what can I say? Soren, good night, everybody. Tomorrow's going to be $1 for dollar day. Let's see what happens. My dad was was a temp on the New York Stock Exchange floor in the 1970s. And he was one of the guys running around with a notepad getting screamed at and screaming at other people. Lasted 3 months or so, and then worked in a bank vault. He wanted the peace and quiet? I don't know. Oh, my gosh, that's funny. Let's see here. Oh, my gosh. There are some Teslas in Creston, by the way. There's a Model 3 for sure and a Model Y that have shown up lately. There's a couple of Teslas in this town, but I haven't seen a Model S in a while, and only just passing through, not necessarily living here. Interestingly enough. Oh, we got Dinosaur Jr. here. Dinosaur Jr., new member. How you doing, Dinosaur Jr.? Thank you for joining this channel. This is beautiful. I got 45 minutes left in the show or so. I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad you joined us. Another new member today. We're doing well with members today. This is great. Oh, is there a bagels with Uncle Bruce beach towel available? I'm not sure about that. Brandon, the good old days. Dinosaur Jr., welcome. That Tesla roof looks awesome. Shave head bald. I used to do that. I used to do the shaving of the head, I used to have a bald head. Let's see here. Thank you, everybody, for popping in here. My Tesla Model 3 battery can cost $16,000. Let's see. Bruce, you need an emoji that says, "What can I say?" It's your signature slogan. I mean, what can I say? Haha for Uncle Bruce. Tesla's like when he was a boy with the baseball cards. Smart man, smart guy from youth to now. I need to hang out with a guy that goes to the Tesla store all the time to buy himself a new Tesla, and then he goes, "Oh, I've already got this one. You can have this one." That's what I need to do. I need that kind of a buddy, just like with the sports cards. "Oh, I got these cards. Oh, you can have those. I already don't need these. I already got them." How about that? What is a gas pedal called on a Tesla if there's no gas in a Tesla? What do you call it? The throttle? What do you call what do you call it? The go pedal? I don't know. You should buy yourself a Tesla. You deserve it. I would, but I don't have enough donations yet. So I got to grow this channel. You got to help me out, folks. Help me grow this channel. All right, everybody. I'm out of here. See you all before the bell tomorrow. Be safe. Thank you, Capital Change. Bye, Capital. Rennie for now. That's such a cute profile pic. Thank you, everybody. What do we got here? Uncle Bruce, can you recommend a local realtor for that want to be your neighbor? What? I don't know what this means. Can you recommend a local realtor? You want to be my neighbor? I want to. I see. Stand by someday. Watch the corners. Dinosaur Jr. Watch out. Anyway, I'll be that buddy for you one day. I'll take you to the Tesla store and I'll give you my old one. Exactly. The electric. What do we call it? What do you call that pedal? The gas pedal called the fun button. The what? The go pedal or accelerator pedal maybe. What do you call the golf cart? Yeah, you never answered the cereal question. I don't eat cereal much anymore. I did answer it earlier. I rarely eat cereal. If I do, I eat what do I eat? The what's that Cheerios I like to eat? The multigrain Cheerios. But what I do now, I'm so old. I'll take a big bowl. I'll pour milk in it first. Then I put the bowl with the milk in the microwave and I warm it up for like 45 seconds. I get the milk into a room temperature or a little warmer than that. Then I pour in the multigrain Cheerios and I let them soak for a while. I like it soft. Old man cereal. That's why I hardly eat it anymore. Oh, Jennifer loves Shreddies. Yeah. Bruce, if GameStop hits $100, $1,500 a share, will you shave your head? No, I don't think so. Only if Jen wants me to. Otherwise, no can do. Just like Lamborghinis, they're accelerators. The accelerator pedal. They're the accelerator pedal. See, grape nuts. Oh my, yuck. Ew, that's undescribable. I'm going to unsubscribe if you're going to warm up your milk. Bruce is a Koshi Go lean cereal kind of guy. That sounds nasty. Grape nuts is like eating wet cement. People are not impressed with the cereal selections. Okay, so I promised you the story about how Jen and I met. So those of you who haven't heard the story before, I'll tell you all about how we met. How did it happen? How did it all come together? The year was 1976. And as a matter of fact, I have to go back another year to 1975. My best buddy, my best friend in my neighborhood there, we went to the same high school together, but he was a year ahead of me. But we were buddies, and he had this girlfriend. And he had this girlfriend for about 2 years. And they were kind of hot and heavy. And they were doing the hot and heavy too. And she was a really great gal. She was a very confident young woman when I knew her. I knew her from when she was about 15 to 17, I think it was 18. And anyway, they'd been going on for a couple of years, and I almost always never had a girlfriend. I could not attract a girlfriend my way during my high school years for nothing. Couldn't do it. Anyway, my buddy and his girlfriend, a traumatic experience took place. She found out about 3 months, 6 months from 6 months earlier. She had to move to Calgary, Alberta, Canada, to Western Canada, because her parents were moving. Her father got a job, I believe, at the University of Calgary, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? The girlfriend that introduced you and me to each other, her dad got a job in Calgary, and they had to move to Calgary. Was he a prof, or did he get a job in?
No, I think he was with the Department of Agriculture.
Oh yeah, he had a job with the Department of Agriculture, like a government job, and he took a position in Calgary. So they had to leave Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario, where I was, and where my buddy was, and where his girlfriend was, and they sold their house, and they moved. And so she now was 2,000 miles away from her boyfriend. This is a pretty traumatic thing. And my buddy, this was just at the end of high school. This is kind of like the first year after high school. And so she moves out to Calgary and goes to the University of Calgary. She's a student there. And she meets in Latin class this gal named Jennifer. Not a real name, but that's the name you're getting. And so she meets Jennifer. And the two of them are like 20 years of age or something like that. Anyway, in the meantime, back here in Eastern Canada, in Kitchener-Waterloo, my buddy and I went about our lives, and my buddy meets another gal, meets a new gal, and they become hot and heavy, because he's figuring he's never going to see this girl again, because she's moved to 2,000 miles west, and starting her first year of 4 years of college. University, you figure, she's going to meet somebody. He met somebody, and well, they got hot and heavy, really hot and heavy. Anyway, so again, I'm without. So the summer comes around, the next summer, and guess what? The girlfriend from Alberta flies out to Kitchener, Ontario, and she ends up renting her sister's apartment, subletting it, because her sister, and I'm not sure where her sister ended up going to. She may have gone to Calgary for the summer, kind of like a switcheroo. I'm going to come out to Calgary for the summer. You can come out to Kitchener for the summer, and you can stay in my apartment, 1-bedroom apartment. And the gal comes out, and she gets a job quickly, and she has a job for the summer. She's got a place to stay, and anyway, she comes to my father's music store one day, because I'm working there. I'm working there. And she comes up to me. She says, "Hey, Bruce, how you doing?" I go, "Oh, hello there." And I'm thinking, oh, we got problems, because this gal is in town, and she doesn't know that her so-called boyfriend, her long-distance boyfriend, that I don't think they've broken up yet. As far as she's concerned, they haven't broken up yet. I know what my buddy's up to. He's up to all kinds of shenanigans, and it's hot and heavy. And this gal walks into my dad's music store and comes up and goes, "How you doing?" I said, "Hi, how are you? Nice to see you." And she says, I've got a favor to ask of you." I said, "What can I do for you, my dear?" And she says, "I have a girlfriend coming out from Calgary who's going to stay with me for 2 weeks. Jennifer is coming out from Calgary to Ontario to spend with me in the apartment for 2 weeks. I would like you to be a chaperone." And I'm thinking, okay, so does she fool around? That's my first question. The gentleman that I am, does she fool around? And she says, "Well, I would think so. She's had the same boyfriend for 6 years." And I'm going, "Oh, great." Thanks. You're bringing a friend out from Alberta to spend 2 weeks, and you want me to be the chaperone for this girlfriend who has this boyfriend back in thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. So she says, "Oh, she's really nice. You'll really like her. We'll have lots of fun. It'll be great. We're going to go out on Friday night to this hotel, cabaret, dance place. And after work on Friday, come on over and hang out with us, and we'll have a blast. And I said, I'll let you know. In the meantime, so off she goes. So I finished. This is like a Saturday the week before. So anyway, I get a hold of my buddy. I said, "Oh, buddy, I got a question for you." And he goes, "Yeah, what is it?" I said, "How's it going with your girlfriend?" "Oh, it's great. She's fantastic." I said, "How's it going with your girlfriend from Calgary?" Oh, that one. I said, "Yeah, how's that going? Have you ever mentioned to her that you have a new girlfriend here in town that, you know?" And I haven't gotten around to that. I said, "Well, do you know that she's here?" He said, "What?" I said, "Have you heard? She's in town. She's in her sister's apartment. She's here, and she still thinks you and her are an item." He's going, oh boy. He says, I need your help. I said, "Oh, do you?" Everybody needs Uncle Bruce's help here. Everybody needs Bruce's help. He says, you got to come with me, man. We got to go to that. We got to go see her. I have to tell her." I said, "And you need me to come with you?" "Oh yeah, I need you to come with me because I need you to protect me." Oh yeah. So as it turns out, this was still during my third year of college, and I was driving to and from college on Wednesdays. I would go to college to Toronto on Monday mornings. I would come home Wednesday nights, and I would go back Thursday mornings, and I would come home Friday nights, and I would work in my dad's music store, and I play music on the weekends, and then I go back to school Monday morning and come back Wednesday, and I would do musical instrument deliveries and pickups from my dad's music store on Wednesdays and on Fridays and all this sort of stuff. So he says to me, when you come back on Wednesday, night, I need you to pick me up, and we're going to go to my ex-girlfriend's place. You got to help me out." Well, apparently, by the time that day rolled around, Jennifer had already landed in Toronto and was at the apartment. So what happened was we went to the apartment on Wednesday so that I could meet Jennifer officially, and my buddy could have a chat with his soon-to-be ex-girlfriend about the fact that he now has another girlfriend, and he would rather be with the new girlfriend than with this girlfriend. And this girlfriend came all the way out to Ontario for the summer to be with her boyfriend from last year, who's now gone out with somebody else. Oh yeah, and I'm in the middle of that, and poor Jennifer, she's in the middle of all this. So we arrive at the apartment. I show up, and we walk in. I walk through the door first. Oh man! And there's the girlfriend from Calgary, and there's this young gal named Jennifer. And hello, Jennifer. This is Bruce. So nice to meet you. How are you? And and these other two, they go to the bedroom in the back of the apartment to have a little chat. I think the girlfriend is kind of ready to have more than a chat, but this boyfriend is not ready to have that kind of a chat. He's ready to have the other kind of a chat that is more of the "it was nice knowing you" chat, and I've met somebody else chat. And oh my, so I'm in the living room with Jennifer, and we're just chatting. You know, I don't know her. She doesn't know me. She doesn't know what's going on. I know what's going on. It's kind of uncomfortable, and so we're just chatting. And oh, you're from Calgary, and do you go to school there? You go to university? Oh, what classes do you take? Other classes with so and so? And we talked about that, and she was asking me about my relationship with my buddy, and and we just had this little chat. All was fine, and then I heard the bedroom door open. And my buddy came out by himself. He says, "Oh, okay, we got to go." So we got to go. Okay, so I said, "Well, it was nice to meet you, Jennifer, and we'll see you around. Have a good night, and enjoy your stay here in Ontario." And then he and I left together, and we went to the car, and then we ended up going to a Tim Hortons, and he needed a coffee, and he was a wreck. He was a wreck because he had to break the news. Oh my gosh. So here I am, the pal of a buddy who just dumped this girl who moved all the way out to Ontario. And then, of course, in the meantime, I'm talking to this gal, Jennifer, and what can I say? Anyway, so Jennifer says, well, we're on Friday night, we're going to be out at the so-and-so hotel at this cabaret thing, and, come on by if you want. And I said, I'll see what I can do, because I knew that if I came out there, I wouldn't be coming with my buddy, because my buddy isn't coming out there anymore. Oh, what a mess. So that was Wednesday, and I spent several hours consoling my friend and, doing what I could do. And then I dropped him off, and then I went home. And then the next morning I drove back to school. And all through the day, Thursday, I was, doing my watchmaking course thing. And every once in a while I would think about what happened the night before. And I would think about this Jennifer gal that I met, and then think about the girlfriend, and think about the whole thing, and then go back to my thing. And then Thursday night, I was thinking about this gal, this Jennifer gal. She's kind of nice looking, and kind of a nice gal. And then Friday was the full day at school, and then driving home. And I decided, driving back, I thought, I'm going to go to that cabaret tonight. I'm going out there tonight. I've got to come into the store, music store. I got to work till 9 o'clock. Then I'll go home and I'll change out of my clothing, get all cleaned up, have a shower, and get changed. And I'll go out to this cabaret. I should be there about 10 o'clock at night. And that's kind of when everything starts up, around 10 until 2 in the morning. So got home, changed, showered, changed, ate something, and then got in the car and went to this to the cabaret. And I go inside, and it's like a giant beer hall. It's just this big, huge room, and there's a band playing up on stage. And right now that's between sets, so there's music blaring over the stereo and everything. There's got to be 500 people in this place, and it's just jam-packed. And there's long tables, people sitting on both sides, and they're plastic cups and drinking beer and booze, and it's just whatever. And I'm walking through to figure out where these two girls are, these two gals, my friend's ex-girlfriend, who I don't know if she wants anything to do with me anymore, and then her new girlfriend from Calgary, this Jennifer girl. And we'll see what happens. I have no idea. And I meander along, and I'm barely in the room. I'm down the room, halfway down the room, when all of a sudden I see my best friend's ex-girlfriend. She sees me come. She goes, Bruce, you're here. And she's happy, and she's all lit up, and she's just having a great old time. And she gives me a big hug, and she says, you came here just in time. She's whispering in my ear, you got here just in time. You've got to help Jennifer. She's got a couple of creeps all over her. And she walks me up to the table, and on the opposite side of the long table, there's Jennifer sitting there with two gentlemen who are hoping to get lucky tonight. And she's looking up, and she sees me, and she goes, hi. I go, hi, Jennifer, how are you? She goes, I'm great. And she gets up and comes around and gives me a big hug. Oh, it's so nice to see you, because I'm the savior from these two guys. And I noticed that my best friend's ex-girlfriend has another guy on her arm. She didn't take any time to find somebody else. She's out for a good time. And she says, why don't we go downstairs to the lounge and we can hang out down there? So the four of us leave and go downstairs to this smaller, quieter lounge area. And that's where Jen and I and the other two, we sat down and we ordered something to drink, and we're just talking. And for the next, I think, 3 hours, Jennifer and I were just chatting to each other about whatever. And again, my best friend's ex-girlfriend is saying, thank goodness you came tonight. Thank God you're here, because this could have been awful. Just could have been awful. So we hung out. We danced a little bit, but we chatted, and it was just fine. And then we went out that evening after we closed that place down. We went to a Chinese restaurant, had some Chinese food, and then we all headed back to the one-bedroom apartment. And to make a long story as short as possible, because we're running out of time here, let's just say that within 5 minutes of being in this apartment, The two other people, my best friend's ex-girlfriend and her guy, they were nowhere to be seen. They seemed to be in the bedroom, and the door was locked. And so that was that. And so it was just Jennifer and I in the living room and talking. And let's just say that was about 2 a.m. And at about 7:30 in the morning, I had to go, and I left. And we'll just say that Jennifer and I enjoyed each other's company for a few hours, and then I left. And I had to go back home to get showered up, to get dressed, to have breakfast, to go to work at the music store from 9 until 6 o'clock. And I didn't get any sleep, of course. And then I did that, and then I had to go home and change into my my German outfit for my Umpapa gig. I had a gig that night. I had to drive to a town about 2 hours away, play music that evening until 1 a.m, and then drive back to Kitchener. And I got back home at our place at 3:30 in the morning, and I hadn't been to sleep since Thursday night. Yeah, so then I got some sleep in until about 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning, when I woke up Sunday morning. I finally got, and I didn't have to work that day. And I telephoned the apartment that late afternoon, about 3 in the afternoon. I telephoned the apartment, and my best friend's ex-girlfriend answered the phone, and I said, "Hey, how are you doing? Is everything? Are you guys doing all right?" And she says, "Oh, I'm fine. How are you?" She says, "Apparently, someone over here has not stopped talking about you since you were last here." I said, "Well, is someone talking about me in a good way or in a bad way?" And they said, "Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. You were quite the chaperone the other night, apparently." So I said, "Well, that's interesting. So are you coming over here?" I said, "Well, am I being invited over?" "Oh, you are invited over here." So I went over on the Sunday afternoon or early evening and met up with Jennifer for the second time, and with my best friend's ex-girlfriend. And she was quite, she kind of looked at me. She said, "I never knew you had it in you." What can I say? And so Jennifer and I started hanging out together, and that lasted through the entire 2-week visitation. And Jennifer extended her trip for another week, I think, to not go home for another week. And so that was the 3-week adventure that we had. And then Jennifer had to go back, but Jennifer had a boyfriend back home in Calgary that she now had to tend to, and that was a bit uncomfortable for Jennifer. And on my end, I was very disappointed to see her get on the plane and go back, but it had to happen. And now the question was, would I see Jennifer ever again, and under what circumstances? And it was about within about 2 weeks that the phone call came. We had a few phone calls back and forth, and then the phone call came saying, "I'm coming out to Kitchener to spend the summer, the entire summer, because my best friend's ex-girlfriend said she can stay here with me for the whole summer if she wants to. And she can come. I'd love to have her here." And so it was arranged that Jennifer would fly out to Kitchener to spend the summer. And I went to the airport to pick her up. I picked her up in Toronto, and we were together every day. And we decided within a few weeks, by about the middle of July, we decided that we were going to move in together, and that Jennifer was going to stay in Kitchener, Ontario with me for the entire year, for my last year of college, because I was in my second of 3 years. And she was going to spend the last year with me, and then we would move to Calgary together after I graduated, so she could go back to university and finish her second, third, and fourth year of school. And I had a job lined up, and that would be the way we would do it. So that was the plan. So we moved in together August 1st, 76. and we had known each other since approximately May of '77. May we met each other in May, and by August 1 we were living together, and we've been together ever since. And that's how it happened. That's how it all came down. I don't know what my best friend's ex-girlfriend. I don't think she had that guy very long. That guy that one night. I don't know. That might have lasted one or so dates, maybe. I don't know. But she went on she went back to Calgary at the end of summer, and she went back to school, and she eventually got hitched up with a guy that became friends of Jennifer and I. That couple got married, and I was Jennifer and I were friends of both of them for about, I think they were married for about 3 years, 2 or 3 years, and then they divorced, unfortunately. And we've kind of lost touch with her after that. She ended up remarrying at a later date and has been apparently married for many, many years. And the gentleman that she married, we got to know him a little bit for a few years after the marriage ended. And then we lost touch with him as well, because he started taking jobs overseas, and we sort of lost touch. And that's how it went. So Jen and I are still doing it. We're still together after all these decades. My best friend, who dumped his girlfriend in the apartment, he got married to this gal, this hot and heavy girlfriend. They got married. I was best man at that marriage. They got divorced about 4 years later. He remarried another gal, and they were together for about 8 or 10 years. They got divorced. He was single. And then the first girl, the gal, and him got together again, and they've been married now for 30 years. So it's funny how this goes. He dumped the one gal, picked up this gal, they got married, they split, he married another gal, then he went back to the first wife, remarried, and there it is. And yeah, what a soap opera. But Jen and I, we just keep on going. Jen just keeps sticking around. I keep sticking around. Are you staying tonight, Jen? Are you going to stay over tonight?
Yeah, I thought I'd stay over.
She's going to stay over tonight. So we're still together since 1976. We just keep on going and going and going. And what can I say? That's how we're. Jen never did go back to university, by the way. She never did go back to school. We came to Calgary. She got a day job at the real estate board in Calgary, and got a good, decent paying job. I had my gig going, fixing clocks and watches, eventually becoming a stockbroker, and then Jennifer Jr. showed up when we turned 32, and we've been together the whole time. And that's the story. There's the story right there. I hope I didn't bore you with this long story about the whole Bruce and Jennifer thing, but that's how it went down. And the ultimate wingman, exactly. I was the ultimate wingman. You never leave the wingman. Canadian drama. Oh my God, that's right. Completely agree. I was the ultimate guy. And what can I say? I just, I was just the good guy that saved her from some real slimy looking guys. Even I was offended. I thought I better save this girl. The least I can do is if at least I drive her home later and she doesn't get molested by these guys. It's the least I can do. Can't speak for myself, but then I didn't start it. What can I say? I was a gentleman throughout the entire ordeal. I know she had a boyfriend, so I wasn't going to be just forcing my will on anybody. I was the gentleman here, but I must have said something. I don't know. We're just chatting. I must have said something because, what can I say? We kind of got together a few times, and we've been together a long time. I'm sure the ex-boyfriend was, he was kind of surprised when she came back and didn't want anything to do with him anymore. That was kind of surprising. And well, what can I say? Of course, you're going to close the deal. Of course, you go to the cabaret. You're going to close the deal. I mean, Bruce, you must keep a notebook. Always be closing A, B, C. Incoming catfight over Bruce. I love stuff like this. We love the Bruce. What can I say? Third prize, friend zone. Second prize, drunk fight night out. First prize, the Jen. Yep, I got the Jen. She got the Bruce. What can I say? We did all right. It was a pretty good summer, and then it was a good year, and another good year, and another good year, and another good year. What can I say? It was good times. Well, we were 21 years old at the time, and so we what can I say? We just kind of kept going, and we figured, if it isn't fun anymore, we just go elsewhere. I mean, we figured, let's give it the summer. And then we thought, well, let's give it a year. I mean, we'll just be together for this last year of college. And then I thought, we'll move to Calgary and we'll give it a year, give it another year, give it another decade. I mean, just the way it is. That's how it went. What can I say? But it was an interesting time, and it's been an interesting world. We've traveled everywhere, many places. We've had many lives together. We've been through so many different careers together. We've done it. Solid work by Uncle Bruce. There you go. You need a thumbs up for that, man. Colleen liked that story. What is it's completely unrelated, Bruce? What is the mustard and ketchup at the bottom of your thing down here? What's that? Let me show you what that is. You'll note that this is it's a little dispenser of serviettes, mini dispenser. And can you read that right there? Can you see that?
Through Seinfeld.
Property courtesy of Monks. Hang on. Let me get the mustard. These are actually salt and pepper shakers in real life, but they're actually from a boxed set of I think of VHS tapes. I think someone gave me a Christmas present or something like that once of the Seinfeld collection. It was like the first 4 years or 3 seasons or something, and this came in it. This came with it. So I have this salt and pepper shaker in the form of mustard and ketchup from Monks. How about that? So that's how Jen and I how we met and how we've been getting together and staying together. And it wasn't bad after all. It worked out all right. Lots of laughs, not so many tears. More laughs than anything else. The tears come later when people leave you. That's the inevitable. At first you're the young kids, you're the young couple, and then you're the mature couple, and now you're the matriarch and patriarch, and people leave you, and that's the hard part. But anyway, I'm along Bruce and Jen, and we had we've enjoyed it. I love this. I love Seinfeld, as you know. I love Seinfeld so much. Can't get enough liners. But there's your story about the Uncle Bruce and Jennifer story. And here's Uncle Bruce on YouTube. Go figure. And here's Jen. Jen is with me all the time. We're together. We've worked together in so many scenarios where we are together 24/7. Even at the office, we're working together, which is rare. I mean, I know so many couples where they can't wait to get apart from each other for 8 hours. Then they're happy to be together, but then they want to get apart from each other. You get that. But Jen and I, we're just happy being together all the time, and it just works. And there's a lot of give and take, and what can I say? We're getting older, and we're just still going. And we got Jen Jr., who's doing great, and it's all good. And there you have it. I hope you like that story. Thanks for telling both your stories, Bruce. That was really cute. What can I say? It's so legit. I became a broker in 78, 79, and then Jen became a stockbroker. What year would that have been? The 80s. That would have been 1984, 85 maybe, or 86. What year did you become a broker, Jen? What year did you become a stockbroker? Desk trader, broker, 86, 85?
Yeah, 85.
84?
Maybe 84 is the desk trader, then 85 is the broker.
Yeah, 84. So about 5 years after I became a broker, I helped Jennifer do the securities course. And I knew she had the smarts for it, no question about it. I mean, that would be a breeze for her to do the securities course. and she breezed through it. She was a desk trader for us, and then she became a broker, had her own clientele, and built up her own little book. And the two of us, without children, we were now 30, 29, 30, 31, no kids. The plan was not to have children, and she would have a career as a broker. I would have my career. And then the plan that I thought of was that I would I would leave the brokerage business and take a company public with a buddy of mine who we created a company together. We would create a public company, and then Jen would be the broker. Jen would still be the stockbroker. She would handle the shareholders, see? So the shareholders would deal with Jen, and I, the president of the public company, would have shareholders with accounts with Jen, see? All in the family. But then Jennifer got this little bump in the midsection, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and she started eating more all the time. And this little Jen Jr. showed up, and that screwed up everything. It changed plans quickly. So we didn't have Jen Jr. as a broker anymore. But I still managed to get the company public. But it took until 91. Jen Jr. was now 2-3 years old by the time we had a public company. But yeah, that changed things up. But you know what? Jen Jr. turned out all right. How could convertible bonds affect GameStop? How would convertible bonds affect GameStop? Well, in theory, if GameStop thinks about buying a company that's going to cost them $5 billion to buy, and they need the cash to do it rather than stock, what they could do is theoretically down the road is issue a convertible bond through their brokerage connection, Wall Street connections, through the Kraft Heinz contacts and through the hedge fund contacts with their new director. And issue a bond that pays maybe a 1% interest rate, convertible into stock for say 6 years at $500 a share, depending on where the stock is at the time. And they issue a bunch of bonds, and they issue stock at $500 a share or $1,000 a share or whatever. If the stock is split 10 for 1, whatever that is. And that's how you raise enough money to buy another company, and that's through a convertible bond. That could happen, but I don't see that happening instantly and upfront. I don't think so. Anyway, there you go. I'm long Uncle Bruce and Jen in the name of future Hollywood film or CBC Hallmark miniseries. Did Jen's boyfriend end up working at Citadel? No, he did not. I'm long Bruce and Jen. Thank you, everybody. And have you ever called Jen at all accidentally off camera? I call her Jen all the time. We kind of use that as a nickname now. It's kind of fun how this is working. We always have fun. Friends of ours call us and say, "How's Jen doing?" They all know. Oh, we have fun. We have fun with it. It's such a good time. GameStop 171 on the aftermarket. Yay! I wish we could edit comments. Anyway, there you have it. Thank you for being here today, everybody. We got 8 minutes to go before the show's done. So glad you could make it and hang out with us. Yeah, the Bruce and Jen story. It's an ongoing tale from the 70s. It continues on. We've had so many over the years. We've seen so many couples that we've known that are no longer couples anymore. But that's life. That's the world in which we live. Yeah, we're still kind of going strong. Jen has a sister, and she and her husband still together since the 70s. After all these years, so the Jen sisters they found guys that they hung on to the whole time. Pretty good. Maverick, thank you for the story, Bruce. It was a great story. Well, thank you, Maverick. I'm glad you appreciate it. No, Bruce, thank you. An amazing show as always. Thank you, everybody, so much. Tomorrow I'll be on the air 1 hour before we open on the market, of course, as always, and we'll see what's going on in the day here. Thank you for the 1,000 thumbs up so far today. There are still 1,400 people hanging around, even after the 1976 Jen and Bruce story. 1,000 thumbs ups, 56 thumbs down, so we're almost a 20-to-1 ratio. If we can build up those thumbs ups, we can make that 20, maybe 25-to-1 ratio between thumbs ups and thumbs down. So if you can hit that thumbs up button for me, I would appreciate that. We appreciate all the thumbs ups, and the more the merrier. There we are. 1,100 have just come in now. 1,100 thumbs ups. Thank you. Keep them coming in there, guys. Oh, that is awesome stuff. Yeah, it's been a fun ride. Gotta say, it's been a fun ride, and what can I say? We're just doing our thing, and one day at a time, 1 week at a time, everything at a time. What can I say? There you have it. Thank you. And well, we'll see how tomorrow goes. Maybe I'll be here by myself. Maybe Jen will pack up and leave. She'll have had enough of me, and she'll finally leave this house. Or maybe I'll be doing a show from a phone booth somewhere, or a hot zone, because I got kicked out. I don't know. So far, so good, though. I think we're okay. It's not going to be over anytime soon. Not all that surprised. You and Jen have such a great love story. Thanks for telling it to us. Love you, Uncle Bruce. Love the show. You guys give love hope coming from a hopeless romantic. You, sir, are genuine. Thank you. Yeah, we work at it. You just do what she says, and it's all good. I mean, it's as simple as that. You let her be the boss, and it's all fine. What can I tell you? Where did you propose? Oh my gosh, we didn't tie the knot for a long time. We were together, common law, until till 1997. 1997. Jennifer Jr. showed up in 1988. In 1997, we were finalizing the paperwork to move to the Cayman Islands. Going to be in the Cayman Islands January 98. And I got a call in, in December of 97, after 3 months of doing paperwork to go to the island. And good news. Oh, great. Bruce, you and your daughter have been approved to come to the Cayman Islands. No problem at all, but Jennifer can't come. Well, why is that? Jennifer can't come to the island unless you're legally married. Even though you're common law, down here in the Cayman Islands, they will not recognize you as man and wife. And you cannot bring her in as a dependent under the rules of the Cayman government. It's such a religious place. And so, but you can, if you get married, even a civil ceremony, that's good enough. Just provide a marriage certificate. You're good to go. So I was in Calgary at the time when I got the call. And Jennifer was out of town at her parents' place at the time with her dad. So with Jennifer Jr. So I picked up the phone and I called Jennifer on the phone. I said, "Hey, how you doing?" "Oh, great. Hey, I got some big news." "Oh, what's going on?" "Oh, we got the green light. I can go to the Caymans. Jennifer Jr. can come with me, but sorry, you can't come." "Why not?" "Well, we're not married. Apparently, we have to be married." "Oh my goodness, what are we going to do?" I said, "Well, I guess, if you wanted to, we could maybe, So I said, "Why don't we do this? We're having a goodbye party at the community hall where we live." It was coming up in between Christmas and New Year's. It was sort of like about 5 days before we were flying out, or to be supposedly flying out. Why don't we have a surprise shotgun wedding at the goodbye event, and we'll get a justice of the peace in, and we'll do a civil ceremony, and we won't tell anybody that we're doing it. Everyone thinks that they're coming to a goodbye party, but what they're really coming to is a goodbye marriage thing. And so I said, so do you want to marry me? I asked her, "You want to get married over the phone?" She said, "Yeah, okay." I said, "Okay, well, there it is. That's romantic." She laughs, I laugh. I said, "Well, let's not let the cat out of the bag, and we'll pull this thing off. It'll be hilarious." And so almost no one knew. There were only a handful of people that knew. My parents did not know. My mom and dad were there. They did not know. And my best friends were there. Did not know. Jennifer's friends were there, and a whole bunch of friends in the neighborhood. Nobody knew. And we pulled this thing off. We had a justice of the peace show up. I introduced him as a former new car salesman that I used to work with at one time. Nobody wanted to talk to him. Car salesman. I don't want to talk to this guy. And at 8:00 in the evening, I made a little speech to welcome everybody to the event. And I went up on a stage, and I was with a microphone. I said hi to everybody, and I called my cousin up because he didn't know he was the best man. I called him up. I said, "Some of you know my cousin. Come on up here, bud." And so he came up, And then I had Jennifer come up and Jennifer Jr. come up. And then I had Jennifer's sister come up. Nobody knew why, because she didn't know. She was the maid of honor. And then I had my old buddy, my old car selling friend come up. And I had this guy come up. Nobody knew who this guy was. Nobody. They're all wondering, what is he doing calling this guy up on stage with Jennifer Jr., and his cousin, Jennifer's sister. Ooh, who's this guy? And then I spilled the beans. I said, well, all you thought you were here for a goodbye party, but I got to tell you something. This guy right here is the justice of the peace, and we are getting married so that we have a marriage certificate and we can go to the island together as a married couple with our little daughter here. You all come to a wedding. Well, the whole room exploded, and my parents were like, oh my God, we're at my son's wedding. I can't believe it. It's our son's wedding. And so we did the marriage ceremony right on the spot. And we had all kinds of people taking pictures. And everybody had a great time. And then I said, you're now at a reception. It's a wedding reception. Welcome to the reception. Oh, it went over beautifully. And so the next day, we faxed a copy of the wedding certificate down to the Cayman Islands. And 2 days later, we got the green light. You're good to go. Everyone's got the permit. You're all good to come on down. And so for our honeymoon, Jennifer and I went to the Cayman Islands and took our daughter with us for this 2-year honeymoon. And that's how it all came together. And that was a lot of fun. We pulled that one off. That was a good time. Anyway, there you go. Shotgun wedding. Our daughter was the ring bearer. She was the ring bearer, and she was in on it. She knew. It was fantastic. I got the feels from these heartwarming stories. Someone chopping onions around here. We had a good. That was a good time, and it all worked out. And we ended up on the beach in the Cayman Islands. So a week and a half later, here we are in the Cayman Islands, newlyweds, and our daughter, and it was just a great time. It all worked out, and we've been married ever since. We've been married now since 1997 officially, and we've been hitched since 76. So it took 21 years to get married. It took 21 years. Yep. I'm not crying. You're crying. I'm not crying. You're crying. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, that was a good time. And we still keep on going. Just keeping on going. And there you go. There's your story about the Bruce and Jen story. Says Skippy. I got married in Japan, but I wasn't even there. I was in Korea because my visa expired, and wife took the paperwork to the city government. Oh my! Cheers to all. Cheers to everybody. Uncle Bruce, new GameStop news. Better check this out. What's the new GameStop news? What's going on? Talk to us. Is there news stories? New story? New news on GameStop? What is it? Love to know. Let's see if anything's going on here. I don't see anything here. I don't see anything there. Do I see anything there? Nope. I have no news that I'm noticing. If anybody has GameStop news, please let me know. Cheers. I got a phone call from her saying we're married now. Jose, cheers. Uncle Bruce, new GameStop news. Better check this out. Share recall. Thanks for the overtime, Bruce. That's right. We're over the time. I'm over time. Gotta shut this down. Lots of fun. Guys, thank you for being here today and hanging out with Jennifer and I, and following the stories this morning and this afternoon. We'll see what happens overnight with GameStop, and then tomorrow we'll be here before the opening tomorrow to see what's going on. Have a wonderful evening this evening. Take care of yourselves. Don't get sick on me. Get ready to make money tomorrow. Let's hope it happens. And let's hope that these SPACs keep going up. They had a good day today. Every SPAC went up today. I'm not seeing any news from GameStop. Barron's hates GameStop. Thanks, Bruce, as always. Goodbye, everybody. Thumbs ups. Thank you, Bruce and Jen. Where do you see this news? We're waiting to see if anything happens. Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for all of your support of this channel, becoming members today, and super chats and everything else. We'll see what's going on. We'll keep an eye on what's going on with the story on GameStop. Anything new happens that is of a major event, I will just send you private messages to members only. But otherwise, join me tomorrow before the market starts, and we'll We'll see what's going on. Take care, everybody. 70s, 80s with Uncle Bruce. Take care, everybody. E-Trade, says John Mann. And thanks, and that's the way it was. That's right. That's the way it is. That's the way it was. Have a pleasant evening. Keep it up there, buddy. Keep good night, Bruce and everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning. You guys take care. I'm out of here. Thank you, Malo. We'll be talking to you soon. Bye for now.